Um, so today I'm going to start the second last section of chapter 11. Okay, and that will be the last theorem or last reason you are going to learn in this chapter. Okay，最尾嗰一個 section 係關於 proof 嘅。OK， 即係只不過係將嗰啲題目咧，由叫你 find angle 啊、find length 啊，變成 proof 咁解嘅啫。最尾個 section 啊，咁而家尾二呢個 section 咧，就係我哋將會學嘅最尾一個或者最尾兩個 reasons 咁樣樣。OK， so let's turn to page 11.50. 11.50. So I would like to talk about this reason. 嗱，呢一個 reason 咧，以往啲同學咧會覺得比較難去到睇到嘅，難去到用嘅。OK， 成日都即係唔為意係用呢一個 reason 嘅。我教教大家點樣去睇啊。OK，this is still about the tangent to a circle. OK， 嗱，記得我講過咧，tangent 嘅話咧，我哋係有三大個 reason 嘅。第一個就係 tangent perpendicular to radius, and then the second one is tangent properties. If you in the diagram, if you find that there is a tangent and a radius, okay, then most probably you are going to use tangent perpendicular to radius. And if in the diagram you can find two tangents from the same external point, then most probably you are going to use the reason about tangent properties. But if both are not in the diagram, then most probably you are going to use the third one, which is called angle in alternate segments. Angle in alternate segment. It's like this. In a circle, and we have a tangent like this, and if there's a straight line, a chord, this is the tangent. 我慢慢畫一次俾你睇下，你跟我呢度啊。Okay, a tangent to the circle, and if we have a chord here, then we will have an angle between the tangent and the chord. Okay, so this x is the angle between tangent and chord. Okay, this x is the angle between the tangent and chord. And then there is an angle at circumference looking at this chord. Angle at circumference looking at this chord. That is this angle y. Can you see this? This angle y is looking at this chord. Okay, then these two angles will be equal to each other. So this is the angle at circumference. Okay, looking at that chord. Okay, then this y will be equal to that x. Is that okay? 咁你記住咧，但係咧要一人一邊嘅喎。Okay, so this chord is dividing the circle into two parts. The angle between tangent and chord is on one side, and then the angle at circumference looking at that chord should be on the other side. Okay, on the other side of the circle, I mean. 得唔得？喺個 circle 嘅一邊。嗱呢度咧，你可以畫埋呢一個嘅。If I have this is C, this angle C, then this angle C is also an angle between the tangent and this chord. This chord. Can you see this? The red line is still the tangent, and the green line is also a chord, and then this green C is an angle between the tangent and the chord. Okay, and then there is an angle at circumference looking at this chord. That will be this one. Okay, this D. Let me call this angle D. Okay, can you see that this angle D is looking at the same chord, the green chord? Okay, so this angle D will be exactly the same as the angle C. Okay, this D is equal to C, like this. for the same reason, angle in alternate segments. It's okay. And then sometimes it will be like this. For the second case, if it is an obtuse angle, but the situation is exactly the same. Okay, so we have the tangent line is here, and we have a chord here, and then the angle between the chord and the tangent is this angle A. Okay, and we have the angle as circumference looking at the same chord, but on the other side of the circle. This is the angle B. It's looking at the same chord, but on the other side of the circle. So they will be the same. Okay, A is equal to B. For the same reason, if I consider this green line and this angle between the tangent and the chord to be C, okay, then there will be an angle at circumference. Angle at circumference also looking at this chord, but on the opposite side of the circle, there will be this angle. This will be D, okay? And then we know that C will also be equal to D, like this. Is that okay? 咁呢個就係我哋用 angle in alternate segments 嘅用法啦。OK， 好，跟住我哋睇一睇一啲嘅 examples 咯，有啲 exercise 啊。我哋去一去 Instant Drill Corner 11.10 先。咁呢個咧，因為咧以往啲同學咧，咁都係覺得比較難去睇嘅，咁所以我哋今次咧做埋呢一個 Instant Drill Corner 啊。Okay, so in the following figures, AB is the tangent to the circle at X. Find the unknowns. So the C, the little c, is the angle between the tangent and the chord XY. Okay, chord XY. And 48 degrees will be an angle circumference looking at the chord XY, but on the other side of the circle. So C will be equal to 48 degrees. And the reason is angle in alternate segments. Okay, so this is question number 1. And then question number 2. The small letter d is the angle between the tangent AB and the chord XZ. Angle between tangent and chord D. Okay, and the 102 degrees will be an angle at circumference looking at the same chord and on the other side of the circle. So D will be equal to 102 degrees directly. Okay, so this angle in alternate segments. Like this. Okay， 好嗱呢度咧，聽聽先。咁我擔心有同學咧未 get 到我頭先所講嘅其中一個嘢，一個 point。OK， 嗱呢度咧，你幫我畫一畫呢一樣嘢啊。sorry， 我哋喺個 Z 同埋個 X 嗰度咧。畫多一個 point. Let me call this point P. Okay, point P is also an angle at circumference. Point P is also an angle at circumference looking at the chord XZ. Can you see this? But angle P, let me call this small letter E. Small letter E is not equal to small letter D. Okay, because 嗱，縱使咧呢個 E 咧係咪都係望住 XZ 呢個 chord 㗎 ，OK， 咁但係咧 E 同埋 D 係喺個 circle 嘅同一邊嘅係嘛？即係呢個 chord XZ 呢條直線咧，將個圓形分割咗做左右兩邊。嗰隻 D 咧係喺個 chord 嘅左手邊，即係 E 都係喺個 chord 嘅左手邊。咁嘅時候咧，佢哋就唔係 angle in alternate segments 啊。咩叫 alternate segment 啊 ？Alternate means the other。Okay, alternate segment means the other segments. Okay, that is the other side of the circle. 得唔得？所以咧呢一 D 同 E 係唔相等嘅，得唔得 ？D is not equal to E。OK， 但係其實個 E 咧，咁可唔可以計到咧？都可以計到嘅喎，因為咧我哋知道咧 PXYZ is a cyclic chord，right？ PXYZ is a cyclic chord. So if we have the 102 degrees, then we can calculate the value of E because they are a pair of opposite angles in a cyclic chord. So E plus 102 degrees is equal to 180 degrees. And this is opposite angles cyclic chord. Okay, so E should be equal to 78 degrees. That is like this. OK， 我想 mention 嘅就係呢一樣嘢啦，得唔得？即係你要睇清楚嗰隻 angle between tangent and chord， 同埋另外嗰邊嗰隻嘅 angle in alternate segment， 或者 angle at circumference 啦，係嘛 ？OK， 咁啊先至係一對嚟嘅咁樣樣。OK，so this is question number 2. And then question number 3, ATQ is a straight line. KP touches the circle at T, which means that KP is a tangent. KP touch the circle at T, which means that KP is a tangent. Okay, KP is a tangent to the circle at T. The point of contact is point T. Write down the angles having the same size as each of the following given angles. Angle CTP。好啦 ，CTP 佢挨住嗱呢個咧係咪angle between tangent and chord？ 挨住邊個 chord 咧？挨住 chord CT 嘅係咪？咁而家咧有邊隻角咧係望住個 chord CT 嘅咧？係咪應該係呢一隻啊 ？angle TBC。Okay, so they will be equal to each other. Okay, so 3A. Angle CTP should be equal to angle CBT. And this is angle in alternate segment. Okay, and then part B, angle ATK. So which one is equal to angle ATK here? Angle ATK is an angle between the tangent and chord AT. Okay, and we just need to find an angle at circumference, which is looking at the chord AT, but on the other side from this angle. So I think it is quite obvious that it should be angle ABT, right? ABT. Okay, so part B, angle ATK should be equal to angle ABT for the same reason, angle in alternate segments. Okay, and then part C, angle KTB. KTB is this one. I want to find an angle which is equal to this angle KTB. Because KT is a tangent, TB is a chord. So this blue angle is also an angle between chord and tangent, right? Okay, so I just need to find an angle at circumference, which is looking at this chord BT, but on the other side of the circle. So I think it should be angle BCT. Can you see this? BCT is looking at the same chord, okay, but on the other side of the circle. So in part C, angle KTB should be equal to angle BCT. Angle in alternate segment. And then part D, angle CTQ. I want to find angle CTQ. CTQ is this one. Oh, you see CTQ is actually not. It's actually not an angle between chord and tangent. Right？ 好啦，呢度咧咁會有邊一個角會等於呢個 angle CTQ 咧？咁呢好簡單嘅啫。CTQ can you find that ABCT is actually a cyclic chord of this circle, And then angle CTQ, the green angle, is an exterior angle of the cyclic chord. So it should be equal to the interior but jump to the opposite angle. So it should be ABC. Okay, so in part D, angle CTQ should be equal to angle ABC. This time it should be exterior angle cyclic chord. Okay, so then it's like this. Now 咁都係啦，因為今次咧都係一小個 reason 嘅啫，咁啊，所以我唔講啲 examples 啦。So I would like you to do the instant drill number 17 and 18. Now.
老師可唔可以講一講 exercise 11F 第4條11F 第4條
11F 第24條
係啊24嘅最尾個 part。
OK， 好等等啊。And so I'll give you 6 minutes to do this. No, just 5 minutes. 5 minutes. ·24條嗰度咧，你係咪 B part 已經 prove 到㗎啦？
係啊，但係我就 prove 唔到 angle BFI 同 angle EFI 一樣。
EFI 同 EF， 咦？但係 A part 咪已經 prove 咗咯？係嘛？IF bisects angle BFE 啊嘛。
我明啦，唔該老師。
得唔得 ？OK， 得啊。 Okay, let's check the answers. So instant room 17. AB and CD are the tangents to the circle PQR at P and Q respectively. And find X. So we have 72 degrees. 72 degrees is the angle between tangent and the chord PR. Okay, then this angle 72 degrees will be equal to this angle PQR. You can see this. So angle PQR should be equal to 72 degrees. And this is angle in alternate segment. Okay, so let me write this down, 72 degrees. And how about the 63 degrees? Because CD is also a tangent, and then QR is also a chord. So this 63 degrees is an angle between chord and tangent. And it is sticking to the chord QR. And then there is an angle at circumference, also looking at the same chord QR, but on the other side of the circle. That is QPR. So angle QPR should be equal to 63 degrees, and angle in alternate segments. Okay, so this one should be 63 degrees. Finally, I have gathered all information into the triangle PQR. Then I can find the value of X by using angle sum of triangle. Okay, so X should be equal to 45 degrees. So that's the answer. Are you correct? And then ID 18. ID 18. So we have PQ being the tangent of the circle at T. And then we have a pair of parallel lines, AB parallel to CT. Okay, and then we have 45 degrees and 40 degrees. And the question asks us to find theta and phi. So I'm going to use the parallel line first. Okay, so this 40 degrees and this angle. Let's see. Yes. This angle is also equal to 40 degrees, right? So angle ATC is equal to 40 degrees. And this is alternate angles where AB is parallel to CT. Okay, so I have this 40 degrees now. And then 呢題好簡單喎，呢題好多方法做嘅其實。And then actually I can find angle ACT, right? By angle sum of triangle. So angle ACT is equal to 180 degrees minus 45 degrees minus 40 degrees. So this angle sum of triangle. Okay, so it should be equal to 95 degrees. And then, so that's right. This one is 95 degrees. And the 95 degrees and phi is a pair of opposite angles in the cyclic chord ABTC. So phi plus 95 degrees should be equal to 180 degrees. And this is opposite angles cyclic chord. Okay, so phi should be equal to 85 degrees. That is the answer of the first part. And then using angle sum of triangle in triangle ABOIT, okay, it is theta plus 40 degrees plus 85 degrees should be equal to 180 degrees. This is angle sum of triangle. So we can find that theta should be equal to 55 degrees. Okay， 係啦，呢題咧，你留意到，即係我而家呢個方法咧，係完全冇用過嗰個 tangent 嗰樣嘢嘅喎，係嘛？即係喺呢一個 circle 裏邊咧，就已經搞得掂嘅啦。OK， 咁其實有好多唔同嘅方法嘅，咁你可以將啲 angles 去晒嗰啲 tangent 嗰度，即係 tangent angle between tangent and chord 咁樣都可以做到嘅，咁樣，OK 得。好，咁我好快講埋最後呢一個 reason 啫。OK， 調翻轉 ，the converse of angle in alternate segment is for you to prove that a straight line is a tangent to the circle. Okay, and if we have a circle and if we have a line PQ, at the beginning we do not know whether PQ is a tangent or not. But if we can prove that this angle and this angle are equal to each other, then we can conclude that this line PQ is a tangent to the circle at the intersection point, point A. And A will be the point of contact. Okay? And reason is converse of angle in alternate segments. Like this. Okay? So we are going to do a few more exercise on this tomorrow. Okay? So do you have any problems? If you have no problem, then that is the end of this lesson and you may leave now. Goodbye.
老實我有問題嘅。
係。
想問 supplementary exercise。第23條。
23條。睇先啊。
第23條。我有一隻角揾唔到嘅，所以就揾唔到佢最尾個比例啦。係嗰個CD 對住嗰隻 CBD 嗰隻角我就揾唔到嘅。
係。好，等我望望先啊。咦？你係咪揾到 boy dot C 係45度啊 ？A part
係。
跟住 boy C dot 係90度 ，angle in semicircle。
哦，咁我知啦，唔該老師。
OK 好。
同埋
係。
同埋第25條。
係。
咁我就連咗 S， 跟住就 perpendicular 同 PQ 啦，但係就嗰個三角形就。咁點解即係嗰條身，嗰條線方完之後咧，咪有個三角形嘅？係。但係我就計唔到 PS 出嚟啦，因為如果14減8等於6熱次之後加10嘅熱次再開方嘅話，個答案唔啱。
睇睇先啊。嗱，呢度小心啲喎。呢度咧佢冇講過咧 PQ 同埋 RS 係 parallel 嘅喎，亦都冇講過任何嘅 right angle 喎，係嘛？即係 angle Q 同埋 angle R 咧，冇話係90度嚟嘅。咁所以你連咗一條線過去嘅話咧，咁佢應該就唔係一個長方形嚟嘅。
我係咪應該連 A 同 C 啊？
等我諗諗先，呢度咧可能唔使連都得喎，睇下先。
我本身係 S 等於 X 嘅。
你咩 S 話
？DS 等於 X， 跟住所以就 in terms of X。
好，等我試下呢個方法得唔得先啊？咁咪得咯。嗱，你叻咗 X 做 dot S 係咪？
係。
好啦，跟住 CS 係咪都係 X 啦？
係。
跟住 RC 就係8減 X 啦。
係，跟住就我係 in terms of 之後 QB 我等於2加 X 嘅。係
啦，啱咯。繼續啊。
跟住2加 X 就 AQ 啦。
係啦。
PA 等於12減 X。
係啦。咁 P dot 咧？12
減 X。
成個 PS 咧？12減 X 加 X。
唔該老細，
搞掂係咪
係唔該，
？OK，好，仲有冇其他
好啦，唔該。
？OK，拜拜。